Hey, welcome back. It is the ProView Rundown. I am Josh the Bear Trap Brown, as always joined by Jason Southwest Pole.
How goes it, people?
And he may be around here somewhere. Let's go to Alden. Alden, where are you?
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? You know, I'm just here doing some work at the International Space Station up here. You know, the government, they need somebody important like me to be up in space, you know, and help out with this International Space Station. So that's what I've been up to for the past couple of months, you know, little
floating in the sky. But I got a question. Are you still hype or not hype?
Always. Let's do it.
Roll the tape.
Milwaukee, also Harvard University.
Dang, that's a classic, you know. That's been around for at least 5-6 years ago we did that, Jason, when we were testing out a green screen back in the day.
That's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. So, you know, a lot of us have had to mask up during these COVID times. So I decided for my first top 5 of the year, we're going to go with my top 5 favorite COVID masks. We'll start off with this one. This one you might not know, but it is the Bane Mask.
For you.
Mask. Yes, and you know, I had to do the Bane because, you know, he literally like lives off the mask. It's like a respirator type thing. So I had to go with the Bane Mask.
How much do I eat with this mask?
I was born in the dark.
One of the classic villains too. Getting around Halloween, kids. That's a good one. Mask up. You can be Bane. Boom, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
So this one's kind of like a honorable mention, kind of, you know, it's not one of my favorites, but it's my favorites because, you know, people who wear this style of mask, please do not get mad at me. But I feel like this mask doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever.
It actually probably is the most protective.
Well, I feel like if you're wearing a mask underneath the mask, but if you're just wearing the shield, there's a lot.
It keeps it 6 feet away, but I mean, it did wonders for Andy Reid in Game 1.
Yeah, right.
You know, the walrus.
Yeah.
He needed some windshield wipers on that guy, but hey, it worked.
I mean, it's stylish. It's a fashion statement.
You probably don't sweat as much.
Talk to Andy Reid about that
one. On
one.
the forehead, you might.
Well, it's like, you know, it's like the ha.
Yeah, you know, you get that hot breath.
Yeah, you get that hot breath, like.
If you got a lot going up in the neck area, face area, you're gonna cause some heat.
This is a good one.
Oh, look at this one, man. This guy put on a mask and he is just like, man, I cannot breathe with this thing on. There's gotta be some way I can breathe while I'm wearing a mask, and this guy's doing it, man.
Yeah, that's pretty smart there.
You can, you know, there's no like. Well, I was telling my dad, I went golfing with him during this, and we had to wear our masks while we were teeing off and stuff at the driving range. I was like, man, this is like being like waterboarded right now. You know, I'm like out there sweating and like wearing the mask. It was hard to breathe. But this one for the golf course, I know me, you, and Jason and Sebastian Noel have been, and Ron Molina have been hitting the golf course during this COVID. Do you think that would be the #1 mask?
I mean, that might work.
The golf.
That high altitude training, that might help our drives, maybe help our short game.
You can swim with it.
Yeah, you can swim.
If you lose your ball in the water, you're set.
Never lost the ball.
Multifunctional mask.
I think we're good there.
And my favorite, I mean, the Joker. How can you not? If I was going to put the Bane mask, you knew I was going to put the Joker mask. I mean, just classic, the iconic. You want to know how I got these scars? I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
And it's, you know, I catch myself smiling with the mask on.
You know,
this one does it already for you.
You know, it's pretty good. I dig them.
You guys know me. You guys know me in the Starry Night.
You gotta have the Starry Nights, the classic.
That's my. It's definitely my favorite painting. Got a picture up in the office of it.
Nice.
So I had to go with the Starry Night mask.
Van Gogh was ahead of his times.
Yeah. Hey, I dig that one, man. We need to get a couple of those for the show.
You know, that's stylish. That is very stylish.
Some people would say it's edited.
I mean, it's definitely photoshopped on this kid's face, but
looking good. It's
he's
looking
still
good,
looking
though.
good. It was
you
good
can tell
enough to
it's
make
the Starry
five.
Nights. Starry Nights.
Yeah, it was the best to make the top 5. That's for sure. But yeah,
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna drop the intro again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just to
get you a
hear it.
little-
Just to hear it again.
Oh.
No.
Milwaukee, also Harvard University.
Oh man.
Crazy stuff happens in space.
Yeah, you know, that was great. That was great. But Jason, didn't you have some things that you wanted to go
with
into?
some good stuff, actually. Since we are a sports channel, I guess. I noticed we finally let the girls wrestle.
Yeah, that's a couple years. I mean, New Mexico's taken a top one of the top competitors.
Yep, which
in the
is
state
huge.
here. We didn't get to show that last year with COVID going on. So
it's not a rundown until I say yes. I had a cousin who wrestled in it.
Ooh.
Brianna Johnson, shout outs.
there we go.
But so far, I mean, this was the first girls champion wrestling
There you go.
handed out.
I mean, that's awesome. And I mean, getting wrestling back in general, I mean, is going to be tough this year with COVID going on. But I mean, the girls coming up, I mean, they're just as tough and can win just as well.
Yep, 100%. But I also, you know, we'll stay on the mask game. I had a couple that just, I mean, it's meme central. Like, what else could you do back when you're just going for memes? So I picked up a couple. The first, of course, I liked was the Beatles.
Abney Road, baby.
Hey, don't forget your mask.
Don't forget it, but you always do.
John Lennon's running back to get his mask. That
Right.
means all of you need to run back and get your mask if
Exactly,
you
man.
forget it in your house.
We'll follow
That's
leader.
like me every time I go to like the gas station. I start like walking in and I'm like, oh, I forgot my mask.
You
And I
got to do the
like,
turnabout.
Another one, you know, homeboy.
oh, you put it in your
Shout out.
pocket. You put it in your jacket pocket.
Thought you had it.
Where, Obama.
There you go, Mr. President.
And if you're flexing, you used
Oh, right? Who needs
used to be
iPods when you got
AirPods.
Pharrell? Family size, right?
if you got the pump action.
That's
It's
balling
like all
right
those
now.
people who bought the toilet paper in the beginning of all this. Where are they at now?
Where are they? Exactly. Exactly. Saving up. But also, let's go back. Let's bring it back to the three
Ooh, we have
shots.
ooh.
Yeah.
We haven't had this board in a while here.
Yeah, it's a little throwback. I mean, but you got to keep it peaceful. And I know all the kids out there saw, if you know him, what's his name? Dogface 208.
Oh,
Ooh.
If you just spread good vibes, good
Yeah, that guy's
things
got some
happen.
skills though, man.
Skateboarding.
Shout out to
drinking-
Dogface 208
Yeah,
and the cranberry juice.
and the cranberry juice. That's hard.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
best
man.
part. Like Fleetwood and Mac, like when like in the charts just because of this video.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like all these millennials and stuff, they're like, dang, that's actually a really
Some
good
good
song.
tunes,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
Good
yeah,
tunes.
that's-
I got a
those are some good
TikTok.
jams.
Heck yeah.
The Fleetwood and Mac. I mean, that cranberry juice though. I mean, so content.
It's so good. It's so good.
So good. All right, but back at it. I mean, we're all here. We're usually doing some rundown here. We're telling you what's coming up next, what's going to go on at ProView. Just like everybody else, we're waiting till January. Going to kick off with boys basketball. Everybody just stick to the plan. Wear your mask. Stay safe. Social distance. We'll get through this. Sports will be back. We'll be back out there broadcasting for you guys. So stay safe. Just stay tuned. ProViewNetworks.com. We'll be posting a schedule as soon as we get it confirmed. I mean, we all want sports back, but we all have to be safe. So
It's a team effort, Josh. It really
team
is.
effort.
Like everybody's got to do their part, whether what side of the argument you're on. We all just need a mask up so we can get the kids back out there and get these case numbers down.
Yep.
And just do your part.
do your part, do that. I mean, sports will be there. We'll get it done.
I feel for the kids.
I know you have to.
It's
I
gotta
mean,
be so hard though.
feel for the coaches, the kids, everybody. I mean, everybody's been thrown upside down. I mean, they're used to training, getting ready for a season, already in season but
tough,
I mean,
but it's out of everybody's
it's out of everybody's hands with COVID. Just stay safe, mask up,
Yeah.
be smart.
And
I would much
we were lucky to not have a pandemic ever really happen in our lives, and so we're all moving through this together as pretty much a world.
Yeah.
This is uncharted territory since Spanish flu or
Yeah.
so it's like it's not all going to be perfect, but we're going to work our way through this and try to get things back to normal the best we can.
Right, nothing wrong with that. With that speaking, I mean, we got some NFL back in the ticker. The Broncos actually won one game.
If you had Brandon McManus as your kicker in fantasy,
Mr. Boomfoot, the Boomer.
How about that?
I mean, good golly.
it's, he's had a rocky past couple of seasons, so it was great to see McManus put it through the uprights.
I mean, Rocky as he's booting like 70 yarders and barely missing them. I mean, that is the kicker you want. I mean,
exactly.
The Superchargers aren't very super this year, but things are looking better. Got a lightning bolt of a rocket arm on Josh Herbert, so hey.
Tom Brady's still Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Gronk came out and played. Where was he for the first 4 weeks? Hiding behind Brian McManus.
Trying to catch his breath.
All right, well.
Let's go to break.
You guys want to hop to a break, and we'll come back and try to talk more sports or.
We have a video from our own Dana Childs that we can just a little more.
A little bit more. Dana Childs been out and about. I mean, doing
play.
great work for us. So yeah, let's go to break and come back with a little piece from Dana Childs.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
I'm digging that new intro music.
Right? It's got a little spice
Got a
to
little,
it.
got a little spice.
It's,
Slap of the bass.
Slap of the
It
bass.
reminds me, I told Alden, it reminds me of Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
like,
Ocean's 11,
Yeah.
Ocean 13. We might be digging a tunnel. Who knows? All right, but back to the seriousness of it. We were just talking about, athletics is being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And recently there was a protest from the athletes after the cancellation of the fall sports. Athletes, coaches, parents, everybody involved that wants the kids to play. And our Dana Childs got out there to the, what was it called? The protest to play.
Yeah, protest
to play.
It's here at Hoffmantown Church for this special ProView report on the protest to play. It's Friday morning, coming up here at 10 o'clock. Supporters of student athletes who want to play will gather here at Hoffmantown Church to hear their voices be heard in a peaceful protest. Now, this is all in response to Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's report yesterday on the status of the coronavirus in New Mexico. All of the trends, all the measurable characteristics are all on the rise in a negative and potentially dangerous way. So Michelle Lujan Grisham has urged New Mexicans to mask up, stay at home, limit your trips if you have to go out, practice social distancing, and certainly limit the large crowds, which is what we're supporters apparently are hoping to see here today. Now, this is in response to the governor's statement yesterday that all of the fall sports will be pushed back to the spring. This is a further delay from sports that did not happen in the spring, and athletes, parents, teachers, administrators, coaches, and fans want to see some games, and so that's why this protest is here today. And throughout this morning's program, we hope to talk to some parents, some student athletes, some coaches, and some fans to hear their take, because again, health officials, the governor, people that are in place to keep us safe have noticed the trends and have made this recommendation that we try to lower the spread and control the spread of the coronavirus in New Mexico. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, we were all in very, very good shape. In the past couple of weeks, there's been an outbreak. It's on the rise, and health officials want to try and suppress that for our public health and safety. And the governor also mentioned that if this spread continues, it could lead to a further economic shutdown, which would bring even further hardship to other New Mexicans. So today, though, we're here to talk about sports and high school sports in particular. Students want to play, athletes want to go, and it's a multifaceted concept that involves, what do students need, what do young athletes need, what about the parents, the socialization, and of course the competition. For many of us at ProView Sports, we look back on our senior year in high school, and it was one of the best years of our lives. We'd played sophomore, JV, we trained, we learned, we waited our turn. And when our senior year came around, it was on, and some great memories. And we all feel bad that these seniors are being denied that opportunity to be their best at their prime in high school. Get some looks for colleges. This is a great opportunity for them to get some exposure. So there's a lot of things going on here, and the parents, the coaches, the student athletes and fans are going to be here today, administrators as well, I'm sure, to voice their concern and their right to want to play. So we hope to talk to some of these people. Let's mask up, dive in, and see what's going on.
No, yeah, I'm definitely anxious to play at Cleveland this year, and not only play but also go to school there, because I am a transfer. And so coming from a different La Cueva last year, now at Cleveland, I'm just looking for high expectations on the field and in the classroom. I mean, not being able to play is definitely hit hard, not just for me, but everyone around me in the sports community. You work for your senior year every year. Freshman year, you're on C team, you want to get pulled up to JV or varsity at the end of the year. And sophomore year, you want to get your starting position on JV so you can get pulled up and float varsity. And then junior year, that's when you really can shine. You got your first starting spot on varsity. And your senior year, that's when you make everything last. You put it all on the field, and that's almost the last time for people if they want to go play college. Senior year is really where they can make their mark.
So you want to play in the face of all the statistics and the trends that are on the rise?
Yes, I do.
You don't feel there's a danger?
I do not feel there's a danger. I feel that you have the same danger as going to the store as you do going to school. You interact with more random people at the store. You don't know where they're coming from, where their background is. Versus going to school, you know what they're doing every day, you know where they're going after school, they're going home. And you're around these people and you're going to develop. And school is just essential to human life. It allows you to grow your talents, meet with professionals, and it's just a place for kids to escape and do something new. And same with sports. Physical activity is proven to increase blood flow to the brain, and that allows new connections between nerves, which enhances connectivity, and it's just overall and very important to human life.
So you have your own science.
Yes, I do.
And it makes good sense.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of your friends or student athletes suffering because of all this? There's a lot of depression and loneliness in high school.
No.
Have you seen any of that, or how do you
No, yeah, it's very hard because we have kids who are falling behind in school, and have gone from straight A students to now are failing some classes, and it's just super hard because when you have online school, you're not face-to-face with a teacher, and if you have a question, you have to email and wait for hundreds of other emails teachers are getting slammed with because kids just don't know quite what to do. And so it's really important for that face-on-face action. And so, I mean, it's just hard to see kids, you know, mental illness right now is like really bad because New Mexico's always been high up there with suicide rates, and just now it's even spiking. And even just abuse at home. School was a place for kids to get out and get away from that.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
And welcome back to the tens of you watching out there on social media land. This is the ProView Rundown. We're back, getting back to it. No sports really to talk about in the local level of high school in ProView land, but I mean, sports has happened. We have the Dodgers beating the Braves. Sorry, Sebastian. Take it to World Series. Hey, but go Richard Tripp. Richard Tripp's Dodgers making it. They're going to take on the Rays from Tampa. We had Anthony Davis lead the Lakers to a championship and from the bubble. That was great. I mean,
wasn't there another player?
Nah.
Somebody who's like looking for respect, even though he's been to 10 NBA championships or something like that.
Nah, I don't remember it.
I don't
I think it
remember
was
either.
Davis.
But
Anthony Davis got his first.
how about Dwight Howard though?
Right, and Dwight Howard
How
got
about
his.
Dwight Howard finally getting a ring? Rondo getting like his 3rd ring.
Right, Rondo's got 1 or 2. Yeah, 3. And LeBron, of course. We're gonna. I mean, he's the player of the generation.
He's
what
great.
can you say? He got the MVP. He led it.
Do you got him penciled in for next year too?
I don't know, man. Next year's a whole different ball game.
You know, my man Kevin Durant come back with a
He's
with
gonna
a
come
vengeance.
back. I mean,
But Kyrie's the team killer.
he
So
really is, man.
So
Does Jimmy Butler stay with the Heat though?
and then Thibodeau going up to New York. Somebody please make New York Knicks basketball great again.
Not gonna happen. Not
Please.
gonna happen.
Get Dolan out.
As long as
Start
he
it
owns
all over. Back to formula.
As long as he
Start
owns
it
the
over.
team, the Knickerbockers will not ever win.
Yeah,
I mean, they are jinxed.
ever since we took Ewing, we just got cursed.
Ooh, but how does that work out with Nash being the head coach? You were talking about that, and we kind of went off. What do you
Yeah.
think? Do you think Kyrie is going to just kill that?
Yeah, I don't. Who knows, man? I think there might be a little more respect because he was a player and he is an all-time great, the John Stockton, if you will, of millennial world.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Steve Nash, and it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna love to see the dynamic, but I think a couple losses happen in the early part of the season, Josh. I think they're gonna start complaining, and Kyrie but
What about the Thunder, man? Are they
The
gonna
Thunder
pick
look good. I mean,
something
there's
up?
lots of teams. You got the Thunder coming back heavy. The Heat. Houston's angry still.
what about the Pelicans?
The
with
Pelicans?
with the full season with Zion
Yeah, what about
Williamson?
Zion?
They would look pretty good. I mean, next year is going to be the wild card. I mean, LeBron is getting older.
And then don't forget too, you know, those guys who made like 4 NBA finals in a row, the Golden State
Yeah, I
Warriors.
mean, they're gonna have a
their
healthy
whole
club
core's
back.
coming back. And
Don't forget about the Milwaukee Bucks. They do have one guy there. I mean, what is it? I can't even say it, man.
I just go with
Giannis, man.
I just go with Giannis.
Giannis, is he going to stay, though? I mean, is Milwaukee the team of his future, or do you see him jumping off and going somewhere else?
Join with Butler, bro.
Is he staying in Miami?
You know what? New York Knicks, you're the 4th richest American team. Spend the house and get this guy.
Get Giannis.
Pay him some New York. You know, the Yankees, they do it right.
Giannis, Jimmy Butler.
Just throw money at people. Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you not even offer Kevin Durant a sit down if you're the New York Knicks a year ago? I'm still not getting. I still haven't gotten over that.
Shoot him a text.
Right. Come on.
But also, there's been other ways people have been getting through these COVID times. A lot of people have been turning to the gaming aspect of sports. So maybe we could, J-Pole, I think you got a video of the APS.
APS Esports.
Hey, coming hot.
APS Esports offers our students who may not be able to participate in traditional sports such as basketball, football, volleyball, or track the opportunity to find a real sense of belonging and teamwork by representing their team and their school in an exciting new sport.
As the district takes hold of this, as more schools start participating, as we take advantage of the experiences like what LaQuaver brought to the whole table with the amount of time they've spent doing this, and the fact that we had so many newbies and so many young kids, I think as we start to grow and develop this in the district, I think it's a legitimate alternative for many kids.
Not only are they learning the nuts and bolts that they do in the classroom setting, here it's like taking something that's a hobby about a lot of fun and making it more relevant to life skills, time management, critical thinking, there's strategy behind it. So it truly is a sport, that everybody could participate in.
APS Esports is gender neutral, and any student with an appropriate GPA can have the opportunity to play and represent their school in an engaging and exciting competition. The APS Esports mission is to help students use computer and gaming skills with a focus on improvement, collaboration, and engaging competition.
I've had a great experience so far. This has been my first year in the program. I've been playing Rocket League for as long as I can remember. I've started playing Rocket League in 7th grade, and esports gave me the opportunity to expand.
Our vision is to help our students realize their full potential, inspiring confidence and inclusion.
You're going to get kids from every population in a school. I had academic champions, I had state football champions, I had varsity student athletes, I had students that had never been a part of any club before.
I know that this is sort of a stereotype, but as a kid, I was like, I want to be a part of an esports team, or I want to be a YouTuber, and I hear everyone say that. It's a joke. I mean, everyone says that, and this has sort of become a reality because I'm on the esports team. I'm the captain of the esports team.
The post-high school scholarship opportunities and exposure to not just video games, but online broadcasting is a big thing, or video game development, or computer science. There are now esports tracks in colleges across the United States. There are scholarships that are offered, so you can go to college playing video games and get money to do that.
The great thing about APS Esports is that we're seeing colleges and universities recruit our players to join their collegiate teams, offering them scholarships and admission.
I think that it's important to give every kid an opportunity, and I'm looking forward to what our kids can do with this, on both sides of the in front of the monitor.
All right, so shout out to the APS Esports. I mean,
I'm about it.
Hey, why not?
I love games.
I mean, adapt.
We all grew up around when online gaming even started. So I think this is, imagine just having a team where you could go play games like Rocket League and other games that, that we saw in that clip. I mean, and it's great time, great outlet for these kids.
It's all across the board too. You can be an athlete. It does female, male. You can be anywhere, anybody.
And then speaking of shout outs, I think we should shout out Sam Carroll, the Sandia star, going on to Baylor University to play some football, right?
Hey, left a little early.
Going his senior season. I think, in my opinion, that's the smartest idea you can. I mean, COVID times or not, I think that's one of the best decision for the kid.
Yeah.
To get out there, to get noticed by the staff.
He'll get there. I mean, he loses out on his senior year, but he also starts, that new journey of college football, freshman getting there. So, I mean, one journey ends, one journey starts. Good stuff. I think we're good.
We're out.
We're good?
We're out.
We're out. That was the first one. Knocking the rust off. We haven't been in here in like 6 months,
Shake
guys.
the dust off. Thanks.
ProView Rundown.